Good
guys.
morning.
Good morning. How are you?
Good
Good.
morning.
All
How are you
well.
doing?
Good, Ray. Looks like you're on location.
Yes. I am hanging out at my daughter's home. We were watching grandkids here for the last 4 days. So yeah,
Nice.
yeah. So I'm taking over her office.
It gets no better than that.
Exactly. It's yeah.
And my
Walk
little hut
walk.
in the Maldives,
That's
looking out
right.
at the sea, looks pretty good to me too some days. But okay, we'll go with babysitting
So
grandkids.
true. So true.
The grandkids are so good. I'm sure you're
Yeah.
exhausted, but I'm glad you're having this time with them. That's
Yeah.
special.
Head to the
Yeah.
hut in the Maldives after you get exhausted. That's what I
That's
say.
right. Exactly.
I can see Jason's daughter one day. Hey, Dad, can you guys watch the kid? Nope, I'm off to the Maldives.
That's
Sorry,
Oh
right.
hell
I'm
sister.
out of
yeah!
here. I'm out of
Heck
here.
yeah! That is my man. That's me all over it.
About. So today we're talking about hot desking. And there are so many crazy terms for hot desking as I was looking up. There's hotel desking, there's um what was it? Secured or reserved hotel desking. Hotel desking. It sounds like you're in a hostel.
Yeah. Yeah.
Have you guys ever
Yeah.
been in those situations in your
Yeah.
workspace?
Well,
Oh yeah, I've
yeah.
been
Oh
hot
yeah.
desking
Yeah.
before.
Yeah, I mean, I did that with my last role at Deloitte. And at Deloitte, kind of everybody was expected to be in the office on
Mhm.
Fridays. You
Oh, of
kind of,
all the days,
yeah. So
really?
you traveled, Sunday through Thursday,
Mhm.
got back Thursday, and then, if you could, they had a lot of different events and networking on Fridays. So here at the Deloitte office, I'd get on the train, go downtown, walk over to the office, but you better have a desk reserved, and they had a reservation system, go in, click, there was a certain desk that I really like to use, kind of by the window, you can see, out a little bit.
Did you
Um,
have all your gum stuck underneath the desk, like, to claim it?
yeah, not really. I mean, I tried to, yeah, kind of move certain things around, but but that was, usually that's what I did. I always had had to reserve it in advance. And then the biggest challenge though was when you had to do a phone call or a conference
Mhm.
call, you had to find a phone booth to kind of go into, and they had those throughout the building too.
Right.
But it was and many times you had to kind of kick people out. It's like, hey, I've got this reserved. Sorry, man. You know,
Yeah.
move your crap somewhere else.
It's really unproductive. I mean, I've done
Yeah.
it, and I thought it was really a waste of time, quite
Yep.
frankly, because I'm
Yep.
going in there. If I have a lot of phone calls that day, and if I'm talking about things that
Yeah.
I don't want people to hear, then I'm running around trying to look
Mhm.
for a place to make a call. And then the thing is, if you want a hot desk and you want to be like out in the middle of everything, you want to try to be with people, you don't want to sit and close yourself off in one of those little phone booths the whole day. So what's the point of me being in there if
Yeah.
I'm in the phone booth and I never come out because I'm doing meetings and things?
Yep.
So it's it's okay. I mean, I think it's an
Mhm.
okay concept, which I think we've advocated time and time again. Bring your people in 1 or 2 days a week,
Mhm.
have those be meetings, have those be learnings, have those be departmental meetings, company meetings, have team team togetherness things, do all those things on those days, and then let people do work at home. I mean, that's what
Yeah.
people want to do, and it's a
Yeah.
lot more productive. And the bottom line right now is that we're basically plateaued with the amount of people that are coming into the office and the amount
Mhm.
of people that are staying home. Um, Austin, Dallas, Houston has the most for some reason. So we are leading in the amount of people coming in the office. I think we're like at about 60% back in, but that number has stayed the same and is potentially declining. And then the rest of the country, it's 50-50. That number has plateaued and in some places it's declining. So this whole concept of everybody's going to come in, use a hot desk and be part of that solution, I
Right.
don't think it's really working that effectively. And the data is showing that it's not that effective based upon the job swipes. I mean, sorry, the badge swipes
Coming
that
in.
people are
Yeah.
seeing and
Mhm.
people coming in. we really are at a point where people want remote hybrid. That's basically the, I don't know, the
New normal, the new way we want it. Yeah.
between
Yeah.
employee and employer.
No, it is. It is. And even when I did, the Deloitte model, I'd come in on Friday and I'd schedule time with, different, partners, um, and who had a permanent desk, because they were partners.
Right.
So,
Right.
so I'd schedule time to say, hey, either have a coffee or, and it never failed. They were never in the office either. It was like, hey, we got a meeting. Oh yeah, let's just do it, by phone. It's like,
Of
well,
course.
yeah, why am I
That happens
bothering?
all the time. Is there anything
Yeah.
more frustrating though in the office when you're hybrid and you come in for a meeting and then the person that you're supposed to have this meeting with is like, "Yeah, let's just call it in." And you're like,
Yeah,
"You're the only
exactly. Oh, yeah.
reason I'm not in sweatpants today."
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
What
Exactly.
high
Exactly.
performing partner or high performing C-suite
Yeah.
executive is
Yeah.
really gonna want to be in the office on Friday in downtown
Yeah.
Denver? Are they
Yeah.
going
Yeah.
to be at their
Oh, yeah.
condo in Vale or
Yeah.
Beaver
Yeah.
Creek or
Exactly.
Aspen? I
Exactly.
mean, like, oh,
A long
Ray, you know
weekend.
what? I'll do you a favor. We'll just
Yeah.
talk on the phone on a
Yeah.
Friday. And
Exactly.
Buffy,
Exactly.
get ready to go to
That's right.
Vale.
That's right. That's right. No,
Yeah. Hey,
and
Ray,
it's frustrating as hell.
Thanks for coming in. Thanks
Yeah.
for coming in. Glad you're at the office. Just give
Thanks
me
for
a
doing me
call.
a solid. But you know what?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
I have a contractor and they had to come in. And so I'm at home today.
Yeah. Yeah. Exactly.
I would
Exactly.
normally do
I
this.
I'm having my kitchen redone
Yeah,
again.
for the 10th time
Yeah.
this month.
But no, I think Jason's right on point. I mean, the whole, it's a hot desking, hoteling, whatever you want to call it. It's a great way to utilize space for a company, and save money because I mean the reality is you really don't want to have these monster, you know, 100,000 feet lease
Mhm.
space in a downtown, environment because it's super expensive. And and the other side of this, concept is, you know, the commercial real estate market is in the toilet. I mean, it's
Yeah.
really going to have a
Yeah.
tough time, you know, ever coming back, from this. And that's why you're seeing, at least here, you're starting to see office buildings being converted into apartments.
Right.
If you're
So
still
you're
in
starting to,
commercial real estate space in San Francisco, you're not having a good year.
yeah,
Yeah.
exactly,
No.
I mean,
exactly.
San Francisco is really struggling. Like, they are really trying to understand what's happening now. A lot of people are saying, "Look, we've survived other downturns before. We've had these things happen, and people have adjusted to working and this and that." And so they are basically thinking that potentially they'll get through this, but then they're also saying, "Look, if this stays the way that it is, and we work at 50% occupancy forever, we're screwed." Because they did a study. If things like hot desking and shared space and all that doesn't work, they did a study, and I don't know how they came up with this number because it seems really high. But if you're online or you want to send us a note and tell me what the number is if I get it wrong. But they're saying that for every employee that stays home and has 2 to 3 days at home in an office, and they're not coming into downtown San Francisco, it costs the city of San Francisco and the surrounding businesses $5,000 a week.
Wow. Yeah. I would
Because of,
imagine.
yeah, bus and taxi and BART and eating and
Yeah.
everything and
Yeah, yeah,
taxes and occupancy tax. Yeah, it is.
Dry
They're
cleaning.
basically, yeah,
yeah,
they're hemorrhaging money
Yeah.
because people aren't coming in.
yeah. No, and then the other thing too is if you really start to think about what employees want, and what they're looking for, um, and even looking at the future generations. I think I just looked at a study that for Gen Z, which
Mhm.
is kind of the future, of our future employees.
Right.
Um, and one of their top 5 requests was flexibility, hybrid
Yeah.
work, remote work. That's what they're looking for in their employer, and along with you know fair pay, along with things like development planning, feedback from a manager, so
Mhm.
they're looking for some of those soft things that are important to them. But top of the list is flexibility and and being able to to work remotely. And guess what? That's our future
Yeah.
workforce. You
Yeah.
know, the boomers, who cares? We're done. Uh, you know,
Speak for
but
yourself.
Speak for yourself.
you know, uh, but it's really about kind of what the future workforce is looking for, and
Right.
companies have got to adapt.
All right, I got that stat a little bit wrong.
Okay,
I will
gotcha.
I will correct. Yes. Normally I'm pretty good on
Auto,
these, but
this is an
yeah.
autocorrect moment.
Yes, this is a, moment of journalism where I'm correcting real time my statistic. Okay. So I really screwed this up. Sorry everyone. Normally I'm better with these.
A big
But
Pinocchio, a big
yeah,
Pinocchio.
yeah, the concept is the same. It was New York that did the study, and it was that a worker that no longer comes into the office 5 days a week, and it's in New York City, it costs the New York City for each worker that does that $5,000 annually for each worker. So that's still a pretty big number.
Still
It
pretty
may
large
not
Yeah,
be a
number, yeah.
week, it not be a week like I just
yeah,
falsely claimed, but it's annually. So that
yeah,
comes up to some pretty big
yeah.
cash.
And I'm sure as you get closer to the financial district, that number probably goes up 5x, right? I mean,
Yeah,
because some of those folks making big money are spending big money when they're in the office. Yeah, and
right.
it's not a lunch special that they're going after.
Yeah, and so the whole thing about hot desking is that the concept here is innovative or destructive. So for me, it's like, okay, if you have the main thrust of people coming in and you do like a lot of hot desking,
Mhm.
and the main thrust is for people to come in and to collaborate, then don't you really have to set up a spot where all those people can be together? So like if you come in and you're just randomly looking for a spot to work,
Yeah.
and you're like on the fifth floor and some of your team's on the second and the 14th or whatever,
Mhm.
you've all got to kind of schlep together and look for a spot. So, I mean, you really just need a collaboration space where everybody can sit and work and talk together. And that's what I'm saying is those times when you do come into the office, it should just be planned, and you should be together and
Yeah,
Right.
not be finding some corner to work in because you got a chair there.
yep. No, it's exactly it. I think we've had conversations with executives and CEOs around their return to the office strategy, and we basically
Mhm.
said, look, you can offer booze, you can offer free massages, free food, whatever.
Right.
It still comes back to when make sure it's planful, and when people are back in the office, that they're back in the office doing the things they really appreciate being in the office for. Like Jason said, collaborating, working on a team, getting feedback face to face from their manager or partner, not via phone. Yeah, uh, you know, having lunch and learns. Also just different events where people get together and start to meet each other, because I think that's really the value of being in the office, and that makes the commute, the parking, the all the other hassles of actually having to get out of your pajamas worth it.
It makes it seem worth it. I had to share a cube once. You want to talk about a miserable experience
Oh yeah,
sharing a
yeah,
cube?
yeah,
Oh, yeah.
yeah. I
Yeah.
had to
That
share an
was like,
office. I had to share an office once that was just it was not good. It was not
yeah,
good.
that's bad, but at least
Yeah,
like you can have a little bit
yeah,
of yeah. I know when you had to do that,
yeah.
but I had to share a cube once, and like literally, like you'd have to go like, yeah, I'm backing up my chair. I don't want to clank you, and
Oh,
so the person would have to
oh,
scoot aside, or like, I'm getting on a call. Do you want to put on your noise can? I was like, literally, you spent more time
Yeah.
working out the intricacies of office um,
right. Etiquette. Yeah.
etiquette, yes, than you did doing work. It was terrible. I never
Yep.
want to go do that again.
So we were talking earlier pre-air about there are some companies that now are adapting this model completely and totally, including executives, right? Jason, is that what you were you
Yeah,
were saying?
so Exxon is a great example. Exxon, one of the largest global companies in the entire world, and they've had a state-of-the-art, amazing campus in Las Colinas, just outside of Dallas, for a long time. So they're now moving towards the Houston area in Spring, Texas, more to be more with their energy compadres out here. And they had this space, and it's their term for it, not mine, is called the God Pod. And so basically it was this huge 20,000 square foot spot where, you know, former CEOs like Rex Tillerson and others, they operated out of, and it was highly secured. The peons like you and I could not access that space. And so it was where they met with all the executives and where they met with all of the other CEOs, and they met with all the world leaders, and they had private chef and private bathrooms and all this stuff. And so basically they've scrapped that and they're moved to Spring because they said, look, we can't operate like this anymore. A new company means executives has to be accessible out in the open. And I mean, they're still going to have a gorgeous shared office space, which is what they're doing. But employees can now see them. They now feel like they're in the trenches working together, and they're not isolated. So while I think that, you know, a hot desk for you and me is sort of, you know, passe, for them and for other companies, being out in the open and being seen and doing shared space is still fairly innovative for some companies that have never done that before.
Yeah.
How long do you think that's going to last? Do you think there's going to get a point where they're like, can't get any work done, I'm out? Or they have this shared space, but they might have a little secret cave.
Well, what's the name of the head? What's the head of Exxon now? What's his name? What's the CEO? Does anybody know?
Oh, gosh, I don't even know. But
all right, well, I guess it'll last till Bill or Bob or Susie, the CEO, is sitting there, and somebody goes like, Beth, hey, Bob, do you want some Girl Scout cookies?
Exactly.
So we're having a fundraiser for our Christmas dance for my kid. Do you want to sign this sign-up sheet? I guess it'll probably last till
Well, then, exactly.
Then they're like,
what? Or until somebody confronts them. You know, an activist employee comes in and asks some tough questions. And I think it's leaders can no longer be sheltered. They've got to be out there, and they've got to be willing to take. You know, if you're going to make $10 million a year, you better be able to take the questions and the challenges, not only from your employees but your shareholders and the media. And so I think the skin is going to have to get a little thicker for some of these execs as we go forward.
I still think the Girl Scout cookies will send them over the edge.
You think so?
Thin Mints. What are Thin Mints?
Yeah. That's right. What are Girl Scouts?
Is this a TikTok thing?
Yeah, exactly. All they have to do is feign an allergy, and they're good to go.
Yeah.
Then we can say, we still accept donations. We'll take
exactly.
Yeah. It's okay.
Yeah, no Nutter Butters. I have a peanut allergy.
That's right.
Good for me.
So wrong. So wrong. So the verdict is, get your hybrid space sorted, right? Figure out what you're wanting from your employees, the best model for your company.
Just build a really good remote hybrid policy that, people come in, the time spent in the office is awesome. We can help you do that. And then let them do the work, the clickety clack of the keyboard work at home. Now, I know that freaks a lot of people out. Like, I can't see them working. Well, I think this is new. I hate that word, but new normal. This is what everybody wants. Let's just move forward and let's just do work. I mean, we've got enough things going on. Can't we just end the RTO debate? Like, we're now into this whole AI is taking jobs and everything else. Like, can we just end one of these, factors, one of these, one of these balancing acts and move on to some other things? I think we just need to stop and say we are where we are with return to office.
Mm-hmm.
Exactly. And also design your spaces so, like Jason said earlier, that you've got availability of collaboration space. You can, get groups of people together, to work on projects. They don't have to reserve a conference room to do it.
Mm-hmm.
Just design your space so that it's more conducive to work in this new environment.
Right, exactly. And if you need help doing that, if you need guidance on how to create this remote workspace, how do they get in touch with you guys to get some collaboration on your end?
Yep. So, track me down, Ray, REY, at thrivehrconsulting.com. And Jason?
I'm at jason@thrivehrconsulting.com. And Beth, how do they reach you if they need to buy some Girl Scout cookies? What's your contact
Yeah.
information?
So I might still have several hundred Girl Scout cookies in my living room.
Ooh, there you go.
If
There you
this
go.
camera wasn't tethered, I would probably bring it through to show you the many, many Girl Scout cookies we have. And you can contact me at beth@thrivehrconsulting.com, and I will get you as many Girl Scout cookies as you need.
That's
Otherwise,
right.
I have to buy them myself.
What's that?
You're director of sales, right, for Girl Scouts? That's
I know it seems like, right?
your other title?
What was that?
I am my child's assistant and her
Yeah.
salesperson.
Exactly. What was that fancy flavor that everybody was like going gaga over, like raspberry something?
The
What was it?
raspberry one, but the thing with that one was you have to order it online. And as a Girl Scout troop, you'd have to order it and pay for the shipping. So your profit margin is gone with the shipping. So you're basically just handing it out for free.
Oh,
Yeah,
So
people
it
were
doesn't
going
make any
crazy
sense
over
for
that
us.
one.
Yeah, it's like a Thin Mint, but with raspberry in it.
Oh wow. Okay.
The Thin Mint. So anyway, all right, guys. Thank you so much. Everyone have a great rest of your week, and voice your opinions with your managers. If if you're looking to share a workspace, or if you prefer remote work, make your wishes known. You guys need to be a part of your everyday work life. So
Exactly.
let
Be
them know.
happy at work. That's all I can
Be
say. If
happy
you're
at
not
work.
happy at work, make a change.
Yeah, exactly.
all right.
Okay, guys. Have a great day. We'll see you next week. Thanks,
All right,
everybody.
thanks.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Thanks again for joining us. Please remember to search Thrive HR Consulting on social media and wherever you listen to podcasts. Subscribe, follow, and share to make that connection. To get an invite to our Slack channel, just comment or drop us an email at thrive@thrivehrconsulting.com. See you next time.